Hey guys, welcome to today's Vehicle Visionary. Today I'm at Holmes Honda, and today's video comes as a request to do a quick video on the 2021 model of the Honda Odyssey EX. A lot of you have been asking for lower trim levels. I'm definitely going to work on doing a lot more of that as opposed to going straight to the Elite in the case of the Odyssey. So we're going to try and cover the EX and the EXL here in some coming videos. And I want to show you how this is the ultimate multitasking minivan. I'm going to show something I've never shown in any of my Honda Odyssey videos before, so you definitely want to stick around for that. I want to thank today's video sponsor, FindTheBestCarPrice.com. If you've ever wanted to go about buying a new vehicle and basically use the same practices and tactics of a professional auto broker, FindTheBestCarPrice.com is where you need to go. There's a link down in the description of this video to their free guide to train you exactly how to do this. And what's literally going to happen is it's going to pit car dealerships against each other to get your business and give you the best deal possible. So make sure to check that out after you watch the entirety of today's video. No matter what you would like to do with your Honda Odyssey, obviously safety is important, so I will give you a partial list on the screen of the safety features that this model has. And of course, in addition to the link to today's sponsor, you can also scroll down a little bit further in the description of the video and find a link to this very Odyssey in the Holmes Honda inventory if you want to know what the full list of safety features are. Of course, it's going to be very helpful going down the road at night or during the day. You've got LED daytime running lights and LED headlights. Now, being that this isn't a higher trim level, you're not going to have those fog lights. What you have down here is the blinker on the lower portion of the bumper, but I do like the fact that standard across all trim levels is what you find under the hood. Going down the road is not going to be a problem with this Odyssey, no matter what you choose to use it for and no matter what kind of a payload or how many passengers you may have. The 3.5-liter V6 is definitely capable of doing the job. 280 horsepower, 262 pound-feet of torque. Gas mileage comes in at an estimated 19 miles per gallon city, 28 out on the highway. Combine those two together, you're going to get 22 miles per gallon. At least that's what's estimated. Now, let's work on answering that question. Is the Odyssey the ultimate multitasking minivan? Because you can use it for more than just hauling the kids back and forth to soccer practice, getting groceries, all that good stuff. Of course, it helps that you have the power sliding side doors on the driver and passenger side. Nothing unusual there. You do have 3 rows total here, the middle row and the rear row seats. This is an 8-passenger vehicle, so that's very helpful. And of course, this latch right here on the rear makes it very easy to just pull forward on that, and then you can slide the seat forward. But here is something that I think a lot of you are going to be very happy and very excited about. You know that you can remove that middle seat here in the middle row. I've talked about that's a little bit heavy. If you want to make that seat become a whole lot lighter and easier for you to get in and out, get a workout by doing the same thing with these 2 outer seats on the driver and the passenger side. Did you know you can do that? Well, for a while I didn't know either. So here we go. I'm going to drop this down, and then I'm going to move the seat forward, and basically it works the same way as that middle row seat. It's latched in place the same way, but here's the cool part. Now, I will be honest. You might not be able to do this by yourself, depending on who you are. I go lift weights a lot. I can do it, but these seats are very heavy. But here is what you can do. Let's see if I can do this in one take here. Try and get this thing out of place here. There we go. Look at that. I just removed the seat. You can remove all of the 3 seats here in the middle row. That is one of the primary factors that would put this Odyssey in the front running position, potentially the front running position of making it the ultimate multitasking minivan. As a lot of you have said in previous videos that I've done with minivans such as the Odyssey, Why always go to the top trim level? That's why we're using the EX today. So there's going to be some differences, and one of the biggest differences between, say, the Elite and the EX is the fact that you don't have a power rear lift gate. It's manually opened, but as you can see, once you get it moving, it's just going to go ahead and open itself all the way up. It's not hard to open and or close by any means. Now, when it comes to maximizing cargo space, you've got these magic stowing rear seats here, and all you've got to do is do this right here, and I'm just going to pull that down. For some reason, it's easier on the passenger side. I don't know why. I can do that in one move usually, as you can see right there, and very easy to put back in place as well. And I'll show you what that looks like with the multiple configurations that you have. Of course, these seats can recline back as well, so if you want to, or your rear seat passengers want to recline to maybe take a nap or something like that, that is easily done. And if you're not sure how to do this, it's actually very, very simple, as I just showed you right there. You've got instructions right here on the back of the seats. And the area where the seats are going to stow, when you lower them down, is what I call a multitasker. Again, if those seats are in their upright position, what you can actually do is use that area down there to store, well, whatever you can get to fit, maybe groceries or something that just doesn't fit anywhere else as well. You've got a little bit lower area, so maybe if you put it on the floor here in front of the seats, it might be too tall to fit in the interior. Put it right back here. That's very easy, and of course, I'll show you how easy this is to close. It's not manual, or it isn't automatic, I should say. It is manual. There's that comment opportunity for the correction Nazis. Yes, that was a complete mistake. Very easy to close manually, as you just saw. So what exactly will your middle and rear seat passengers find? Well, again, with the EX trim level, you're not going to have features such as a sunroof, and you don't have that entertainment system that the Elite model has. But you do have tri-zone climate control, dual zone in the front, single zone for the middle and rear seat passengers, controlled via this control panel right here. And it is rather comfortable back here. You can recline the seats back as long as you're not bothering somebody in the very rear seats back there, although some of those mischievous kids might want to do that. I don't know. Plenty of drink holders throughout in the middle row area and in the rear, and overall quite a bit of space. Very nice, plenty of air conditioning vents. You've got buttons here to open and or close the doors here if you want to. Very easy to get in and out for your passengers, middle and rear seats. And finishing up our interior tour here in the front seat, one thing I didn't mention earlier, you do have power adjustable side view mirrors that are manually folding, but you can still fold those in manually if you so desire. Of course, power windows, power door locks. You can turn multiple safety features on and off. I gave you a partial list of those earlier. Just a quick look at what the dash looks like as far as the graphics go. When you start the Odyssey, you got your steering wheel mounted controls here. You can use cruise control, all that good stuff. And like I said, you've got shifter paddles here on the steering wheel as well. Honda's infotainment system. I'm curious to see what's going to come in the future when there is a full redesign of the Odyssey. Obviously, that's not going to come any earlier than 2023, as the 22 models are already on the lots. We'll feature a couple of those here shortly. I did do an Elite just recently. No major changes. So basically what you see here is what you'll see on the 2022 models, so not any big changes. One thing I do like here, I'm going to show you the buttons here for controlling the tri-zone climate control. On the far left and far right, you can push those buttons to determine which zone you are controlling. Of course, like I said, dual zone here in the front. You got single zone for the rear seat passengers, but it is nice to know what you have there as far as those options are concerned. You've got the push button shifter here. Tell me if you are in favor of the push button shifter, or do you like something that's maybe on the column that has a shifter lever? What do you like most? Tell me, I'm curious to know. Of course, heated seats, definitely nice there, but heated only, not ventilated, so you won't be able to take advantage of that in the very near future. In fact, on a day like this in Northwest Louisiana, the temperature is 70 degrees. Pretty good considering the fact that a couple of weeks ago we had 8 inches of snow. Very interesting to have those swings in weather. One thing I really really like here. You have multiple driving modes, including a snow mode, but you also will find right under the button for the heated seats on the left-hand side here for the driver's side is a button that I always like to push. That is the button to turn off the auto stop start feature. And you might wonder, why would you want to do that? Well, first of all, I don't really like it when I pull up to a stop sign or a red light, come to a complete stop, and the engine stops running. I don't know, it's just kind of disconcerting for some reason or another. Other people may not be bothered by that at all. But here's something to consider with that. Every time you restart the engine, you are taking one less cycle away from your starter. So you're basically doubling up on use every single day. In fact, probably more than that, because instead of starting it once when you leave your driveway, you restart every time you come to a complete stop. Just something to consider where that is concerned. Now, you do have some USB ports, connectivity, 12-volt power outlets, got more drink holders here in the front, and a nice area of storage right here in front of the center console. That's quite a nice deep area. Got the armrests here on the driver and passenger seats here in the front, and the console pretty deep down in there. I'd say if you had about 7 or 8 Vehicle Visionary t-shirts, you could probably fit those in the console without much trouble. You just have to fold them just right. So tell me down in the comments, is this Honda Odyssey the ultimate multitasking minivan? You can use it to haul the kids back and forth to soccer practice, get lots of groceries. You could also use it as a work van and have a lot of space, even as a delivery van. There is so much space in there when you lower those magic stowing rear seats and completely remove the middle seats, now that I've shown you how to do that. I gotta say thanks to my friends at Holmes Honda for loaning me this EX trim level Odyssey for the day. And of course, to the sponsor of today's video, findthebestcarprice.com. Make sure to check out the link down in the description of the video. That way you go right to the page you need to go to, and I'll get credit. They'll know that their investment in my YouTube channel is paying off. Thanks for giving me the opportunity to give you a vision for your next vehicle. I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.